So you're thinking about moving to Nevada City, California, but before you do, you want to know what's good about it and maybe what's not so good about it. So in this video, I'm going to go over all the pros and cons of living in Nevada City, California. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything about living in Nevada County, California and the surrounding areas like Nevada City, subscribe, tap the bell for notifications so you can stay current on the market here. You can leave a question or a comment down below and I will respond. My name is Cheyenne, and whether you're moving in 3 weeks or 3 months, my partner and I would love to help you. All of our info to call, text, email, or even schedule a Zoom is down below. So as I said, we're going to go over the pros and cons of living in Nevada City and even the ones that might go either way depending on your personality. And so yeah, let's get into it. Pro number 1, and I'm not going to go in any particular order of importance, this is just the first one I wanted to start with, and that is downtown Nevada City. It is such an amazing little town. There is boutique shopping, lots of amazing restaurants, live music, local artists, street fairs in the summer and in winter, farmers market, coffee shops, live theater. So I just kind of wanted to touch base on each one of those. So as far as boutique shopping, there's just a plethora of shops to choose from that have local artists, fair trade products, just really unique little stores that support small businesses and have really great products. So I wanted to say that. And then also the restaurants, so many amazing restaurants with most of them use local organic produce. Some of them get like organic or free range sustainable meats, and they support those small local farms, and the food is just amazing. If you're a foodie and you love to eat good food, downtown Nevada City has many options for you to choose from. Also, most of the restaurants have vegan and gluten-free options, vegetarian options, so really you can't go wrong eating out in Nevada City. Coffee shops, there's many really good coffee shops. I don't drink coffee myself, but if you love to drink coffee and go hang out at a coffee shop, there's plenty to choose from. And they also have great teas and matcha and all sorts of other drinks. There's even a store called Elixart, which has amazing, just like medicinal, delicious drinks. The street fairs. So in the summer, there's summer nights fairs where there's booths all up and down the street where you can shop local artist booths and get really yummy food. Sometimes there's music. So there's a lot happening in the summer with street fairs. And then in the winter, we have Victorian Christmas, which is a huge event. It goes on for several weeks, and it's, again, local artists selling their beautiful, amazing crafts, and everyone's, or not everyone, but a lot of people are dressed up in Victorian outfits, and it's just a really fun event. The whole town comes out and supports this event, and you can do really great Christmas shopping and support local artists. So the music scene here, for such a small town, and Nevada City is a really small town. I think there's a little over 3,000 people in Nevada City, and but for such a small town, we have a big music scene. There's a lot of local artists that are super talented, and then also people from around the world, some kind of bigger names that you may have heard of, come through Nevada City now and then. So music and art is also a big part of Nevada City. Lots of amazing artists here. We also have live theater, so that's another fun thing. Lots of yoga classes and also ecstatic dance. So lots happening in our sweet little downtown Nevada City. Pro number 2 is that Nevada City is really centrally located. So if you love to ski, you can get to Tahoe in about 2 hours, maybe even less. I'm not sure. I don't ski either. But a lot of people love to ski and love the snow, and it's not very far from downtown Nevada City. Auburn is only 35 minutes away. Of course, Grass Valley, Penn Valley, those are close little neighboring towns. So Sacramento is not far. So it's very centrally located, and you can kind of feel like you're worlds away in this small little town, but really you're not very far from some of the bigger towns around us. I also did a map video on downtown Nevada City, so if you watch my map video, I show you exactly where everything is and how long it takes to get to everywhere from downtown Nevada City. Pro number 3 is for you nature lovers. So we have the Yuba River. There's lots of entrances to get to the Yuba River. There's swimming holes. There's also lots of lakes. So if you love boating or just hiking around the lakes or hiking along the river, there's mountain bike trails. There's parks. So Nevada City is just a great place for all of you who love nature. Pro number 4 is the weather. Nevada City has great weather. We're about 24 to 2,500 feet elevation. We get about 2 to 3 weeks at the most of snow per year. It depends where you live in Nevada City. If you live up in Banner Mountain, you could get quite a few feet of snow during that time. But most of it is just, not that huge of a deal. Although sometimes we do get power outages during a big storm and things like that, but it's kind of like only a few weeks out of the year, so everyone kind of just hunkers down and it's like, oh, it's a snowstorm, it's exciting. And then the summers, it's pretty mild as well. I mean, we can get into the 90s. It could be 90, 95 in Nevada City, but compared to the surrounding areas like Grass Valley or Penn Valley can be a good 5 degrees hotter, so it's a little bit cooler than the surrounding towns. And also Nevada City has all those great evergreens, so it creates shade. So all around, it's just the weather's beautiful. Fall is amazing. The trees look beautiful in fall here. Spring is amazing. You can go on a wildflower hike along the Yuba River to see all the spring flowers. So yeah, we have great weather here. Pro number 5, I just wanted to say a little bit more about downtown Nevada City. It is a historic town, so it's an old gold rush town, and I think there are about 70 historic buildings in Nevada City. So there's lots of Victorian buildings and just beautiful architecture. So if you're walking around downtown Nevada City, not only all that great shopping and food and art and music, but there's also it's visually appealing to the eye because some of the buildings are just beautiful and they're well maintained, and it's just really beautiful. I also want to mention that Nevada City is home to the Nisenan Native American tribe. And so not specifically to downtown Nevada City, which is what I was talking about, but since I was mentioning the history and the gold rush era, I wanted to mention the Nisenan tribe because they were here long before the gold rush era. And this was their home and still is their home. And there are still some Nisenan people that live here, and they've not been acknowledged the way that they probably should have and deserve. And so I wanted to mention them here. This town and this community loves them and supports them, and lots of the local stores sell their art or support them in various different ways. And so there's a lot of history here in Nevada City. It's palpable when you come here. It's rich, and so I just wanted to share that much about that. So before I get into the cons, I want to go over the ones that could be either way depending on your situation and your personality and all that. So one of the eithers could be that the cost of buying a home in Nevada City. I would say it's a little bit more expensive than the surrounding towns. So a little bit more expensive than Grass Valley or Penn Valley or Smartsville or Rough and Ready. But on the other hand, it's more affordable than say the Bay Area. So for instance, I moved here from Sonoma County, and it's just incredibly more affordable in Nevada County and Nevada City than the Bay Area, Sonoma County, all those kinds of places. So it's kind of relative and depends where you're moving from and what your situation is. I just wanted to mention that. Okay, so let's get into the cons of living in Nevada City. So the first one that I thought of is that when we do have those street fairs, whether it's the summer ones or the winter ones, it creates a lot of congestion. So if you live downtown Nevada City, that might bother you. I mean, you might think it's great because the street fair is right out your door, but if you don't think that's great, then, there's a lot of traffic and congestion. The streets are closed. It's kind of hard to get around and navigate. So if you need to drive through downtown Nevada City during one of these festivals, that's going to be a little bit challenging. Con number 2 is that the town closes down quite early. So most of the restaurants close at 9. SPD, the main grocery store in Nevada City, closes at 9. There is a Safeway that stays open till 1, but that's in Grass Valley. The Crazy Horse Bar and Restaurant does stay open later because it's a bar, so the bars stay open later, and Crazy Horse does have food. But usually around 9 when the bands start to play, then minors are not allowed into the restaurant area. So if you, like to eat out later than 9, the options are limited. The grocery stores are closed. Again, you can go to Grass Valley, which is not far. It's actually just like a blink away. But this is about Nevada City. So yeah, it's an adorable little town, and it's a small town, and we shut down a little bit early. Maybe that's a pro for you. I don't know. The last con that I thought of is that we do have wildlife here, and so it's just part of living in the Sierra foothills. And we have, like, you could see bear, mountain lion, rattlesnakes. It's probably highly unlikely that you're going to see them, or just not very often, but it is just something to be aware of. And so, yeah, it's just, I guess the benefit is we're not in a city and we're out in nature, and there's just things to be aware of because of that. But, we're not in Florida with alligators coming through your cat door, right? So those were the things that I thought of that you might want to know about living in Nevada City. So if there's anything that you think I forgot, or you have any questions about anything, definitely leave a comment down below or reach out to me. And if you got any value from this video, please consider subscribing to my channel and liking the video. And I look forward to seeing you on the next one.